there everyone, and welcome to the 2018 recap of this entire channel. Now, this is going to be a shorter video because I started in August, so there isn't that much to cover. But without further ado, let's jump right into this. Welcome everyone to Super Mario Galaxy Without Power-Ups Part 1. Now, I started making this video at the beginning of summer this year, and I finished it in August. Now, this is actually not the original version. This is the third version of this, video. Now, there were some problems in the other versions, and I feel like this one is the best. Now, there are still some problems. I won't go to say it's an amazing video, a great video, or maybe not even a good video, but I felt like it actually taught me how to use my tools, such as the editor Blender. So I feel like it is a part of this history of the channel. Anyway, the next thing that I would like to show you is part 2. Welcome everyone to this part of the series. Now, I feel like this is what it is. It's part 2 of no power-ups. It's slightly better than the original. There's no audio lag, there is very little video lag, so I feel like it came out a lot better, as well as actually starting the use of the transition element that I use today, where I fade out the screen and play a piano tune, although at the time I only had one. Now, sadly, this series was coming to an end in the next part, which I uploaded a few weeks later in part 3. Let's go talk about that now. Here we are at part 3. Now, I feel like this is important to bring up because of two reasons. One, it's the finale of this entire series. Yep, this was what was ending Super Mario Galaxy Without Power-Ups. Now, this was also one of the longest episodes that I made. Actually, the longest. And that's for a simple reason. The credits are so long, and I did not account for that. Also because I was tackling 2 domes in one episode. But I feel like it came out a lot better than the last 2, and that it was a little bit more challenging because of how many things there actually were. And what would I end up doing after that? Well, let's go. After releasing part 3, I ended up going to release part 4 of the series, where I covered the comet missions. Now, after that, I didn't have a challenge, so I made another one, where I created Coinless. Now, I feel like the biggest noteworthy thing to say about this series is, it's really long to make. Yeah, it's already been like 15 parts. Oh man, and it's still going on. I think it's wrapping up, but I'm just surprised on how long it lasted. But then, I also decided to start Dual Series. Dual Series is essentially just running 2 series at once. Now, yes, I had Coinless, but what other thing did I have? Well, none other than Super Mario 3D World as an escort mission. I'd actually gotten the idea for this challenge when I was playing Super Mario 3D World normally, just for fun. And because some of the character stamps require you to beat every single level of every single character, well, it would kind of get old. So I'd plug in a second controller, but instead of just letting them sit in a bubble, I would carry them to the end. Of course, I was in like on those rules that I had in the actual challenge run, but that's where the idea came from. And honestly, that went pretty well. I went all the way up to the final part, which was part 8. Yep, I did a world every episode, and honestly, it fell pretty much in a time limit. Now, World 8, or World Bowser, was a little bit harder of a world. It had some challenge, and I feel like it was a pretty good ending to the series, and it opened up the door for what came next. So what happened next? Well, what happened was I ended up uploading Super Mario Odyssey without water, or at least the beginning of it. Now, this series actually introduced me to adding a background. Now, this would become important for a little bit later, and we'll get to that. Now, this series was going pretty smoothly until we hit part 4, and then I had a little bit of a break from that series. Now, some of you might be wondering why I took this break. Well, it's because I was actually able to help the amazing Steve Gaming. Now, he was working on New Super Luigi U for the Wii U with minimum points. And I actually had a few tricks up my sleeve, and I was able to make some videos on how to actually perform them. Now, this actually resulted in something big. November 25th. That was the day it happened. The day everything on YouTube for me changed. I had already finished the Mario Odyssey Without Water series, and I was planning on releasing the Games Must Go On Super Mario Galaxy No Power-Ups run. And then it happened. Steve Gaming released a video about New Super Luigi U with minimum points. He released a follow-up video, and he gave me a shout out. I heavily thank you, Steve, for that, and I don't know how I could say thank you enough for it. And then my video hit. Mario Galaxy Without Power-Ups. It was one of the videos that took so long to edit. And that was it. It caused a huge subscriber rush. My subscribers went from 37 the last night all the way up to into the thousands by the end of the week. Now, what happened after? After that, I ended up just going back to doing regular challenges, like New Super Mario Bros. Wii Jumpless, or even starting Super Smash Bros. Ultimate without spirits or the skill tree. And I even did another episode of the Games Must Go On for Super Mario 3D World as an escort mission. But I feel like it was good that I ended on something. The last video of the year this time was Super Mario Galaxy Freeze Flame Galaxy Star 2 without the use of the Fire Flower. And I feel like that is good to come for a full circle. And I wanted to say thank you all so much for a 2018 that I'll definitely remember. With that, there's only one question that we have to answer, and that is, what's coming up in 2019? Well, there's a few things. For one, my Discord server is going up soon. It'll appear in the community tab, as I'll make a post for it, as well as in my About folder. Now, another thing that's coming up is, well, more challenges. A whole lot more challenges. Remember, that was only a third of the year. So let's see what we can do with a whole year. And one last thing. I have plans for a few more Super Mario Galaxy challenges before the ultimate Super Mario Galaxy challenge. But we'll get to that probably mid-2019. Also, huge thank you to everyone this year, especially to the Bezzy Boy for helping me set up the Discord server. Thank you to Steve for the shout out, and thank you for Mayro, another YouTuber who has been a huge inspiration and an amazing guy all around. Thank you, and goodbye.